We are haying here on Twin Eagle Ranch. We're cutting hay. Actually, I've got my buddy over here, Bud Wilson, that cuts. We don't really hay ourselves here on the ranch. Now, we've got quite a few acres, and so we produce a few hundred bales of hay, but we really don't own hay equipment. My partner owns hay equipment in Oklahoma City, and occasionally he'll bring his hay equipment down, and we cut. But as you can see, I've got my buddy out there, Bud Wilson, and he's raking right now is what he's doing. And but he's already cut this. We'll probably show some cutting too. That's a big cutter. That's like a 14 or 16 foot, I mean a big rake right there. It's about a 14 or 16 foot rake, so it's a really, really big rake that he's using there. And you're making the big piles of hay, and then of course he'll come by along with the baler here after a while and bale that in the big round bales. And we really, like I said, we'll have hundreds of bales of hay, or a few hundred bales of hay, not thousands or anything, but a few hundred bales of hay. And we sell that hay. We don't really have a use for it. We sell it, and we use the hay to buy alfalfa to feed our deer. We're actually just taking care of the deer, and so we have feeders out, but we supplement feed with alfalfa, and the deer really love it. We can't grow any alfalfa here; it's too dry. We have to irrigate it in this area if you grow it, and so we buy alfalfa to feed our deer. And but anyway, we hayed late. This is the middle of August, which is really, really late to be haying, and we know that. I know it's late, but a couple of things happened. One is that we had a really, really wet spring, like over 30 inches of rain in the spring, and so with that happening, nobody could get in the field. So everybody around this whole area was behind on cutting hay, and the grass just grew and grew and grew and grew and got bigger and bigger. And so everybody was late, and so Bud, of course, has been busy with a lot of other people, and he couldn't get in here. But now we like to wait later than about anybody else anyway, so we're usually down low guy on the totem pole as far as haying. We don't hay until later anyway, and we don't get quite as much hay that way because it started to back down a little bit. Is that because of the deer and the wild turkey. You know, there's a lot of deer. We have a lot of deer. We have a lot of wild turkey on this ranch, and haying will sometimes destroy a lot of wild turkey nests. The other thing that it will do is hay. When you're haying and you have baby fawns, the baby fawns will actually get killed by the cutter. I mean, going down through there and they won't move. They've been told by their mama to sit, and they actually get killed. And really the guys that hay, like Bud, you know, Bud just hates it when that happens. But you know, it's just part of the deal. Sometimes that happens, and so we're trying to get as many turkey nests as we can protected. We're also trying to make sure we don't kill any baby fawns, because well, as you know, we're in love with the deer, and we try not to kill those baby fawns. The other thing about haying this late here in August, we don't get quite as much hay, but we are reseeding our grass, and that's a real good thing, because all of the grass now has come up and made seeds on top, and as you cut that, those seeds are falling down on the grass. So we are reseeding every year, which is very, very good. When you cut early in the year, you're cutting that hay before it goes to seed, and it's kind of like waiting late in the year and letting your Bermuda grass grow real big in September, where it seeds out on top before you make that very last cutting, because you're putting new seeds down. Exact same situation. So anyway, today we're haying here on Twin Eagle Ranch, and it looks good. You look down through there, and here's the big deal about haying. It's like you mow your entire ranch. It's like you're mowing the whole place. And you look down through there and you see him going down through there with that big old rake. I mean, he's raking up some big areas. Now, once all that's picked up and turned into hay, it's going to look like we've taken those zero-turn lawnmowers and mowed, you know, a few hundred acres right here. It's just amazing how good it looks. And laying this late in the year, there's not going to be a whole lot more rain. We haven't had any rain in over a month. It's been terrible. We've got to spray our trees. Our pecan trees, and we'll take a little tour of the pecan trees here on another vid, but we got to spray our pecan trees after the first 1-inch rain after the 10th of August. That's when the pecan weevils come out of the ground, and we'll talk about that a little bit later too. But anyway, there we go, down there doing that raking. We're going to show some baling here in a little bit. He's not going to do any more cutting until tomorrow. We'll take a look around and see what he's got. He's going to bale this afternoon because we have a possibility of a little bit of rain later today. So anyway, haying on Twin Eagle Ranch. We're going to show a lot of video going on, see what's going on, so show him some cutting, show him some baling, and talk to you in a few. As you can see, this is the good part. This is the fun part right here. This is when we're baling, And you can see right now, he just run that one little strip right there and got a bale out of that. Now you can just see how quickly he got a bale of hay out of that. He made one little right move down there, it's about 50 yards, and came back and baled. Now we're baling with large round bales. You'll see the round bales out there. And you can see what's going on here. You see that bale he just made? That machine right there revolutionized haying, absolutely no doubt about it. You see it's picking up the hay down there at the bottom. See what it's in here? It's picking the hay up, putting the hay up in here, and it's rolling it up, and it's binding it and making it into a round bale. And see what's happening here? And that's it. Here's the other thing. Here's the other thing about doing that is that you can look, and now you've got a clean field. You know, it's not like brush hogging where you brush hogged and cut it down and all your grass is still there. You got a clean green. That'd be a lot prettier field than it is, but we can actually run over that with a brush hog right now, which we'll probably do. We'll let it grow a little bit and then run over with a brush hog. It'll be really, really pretty, but that revolutionized hay right there. Hay used to be a tremendous, tremendous amount of work because they're doing square bales, and those square bales, you had to load them, and it was like you picked it up and you loaded them in a trailer, you load them on a trailer, you load them in a truck, whatever. Then you had to unload them at the barn, you had to stack them. Now the machinery's doing just about all your work for you. You know, that'll spit out a bale. It'll get up there and it'll tell him when it's getting close to full, and he'll stop and he'll spit out a bale, and you'll end up with a round bale like that. He got that round bale in just about, I'd say 50 yards down, 20 yards back, about 70 yards there, and he got a big full round bale. That round bale's worth, you know, probably $35 a bale is probably the price of them right now. It depends on what kind of hay you got, you know, and we just got regular old grass hay. A lot of it's Bermuda, but we got regular grass hay. This is Bermuda right here we're standing on. But you can see him going down there pretty quickly there. He's going to get another bale, and he'll stop that thing and he'll spit out a bale. It's kind of amazing when you watch it, and of course that's taken a lot of the physical labor out of baling hay because of the fact that your equipment, your tractor, is doing everything. It's actually going in there and it's baling that, and now he's gonna, once it gets a full bale there, he'll stop, he'll spit out a bale. Should be stopping pretty quickly there, I'd think. He's pretty good ways down there now. He's probably gone, that's 100 yards at least, maybe more than that. It's probably like a little thin area there that he started on the edge. But that's gonna spit out a bale, and then the bale will just lay there in the field, and here's the other part. That bale's really, really heavy. I mean, you're going to have a hard time. You'd have a really hard time coming over there picking that bale of hay up. There, he stopped right there. Now, you watch that thing. It's getting ready to spit out a bale of hay. Getting ready to spit out a bale of hay right there. Big round bale. There it comes. Raising it up by hydraulics. Look at there. Throws it right out in the field. Perfectly wrapped. All the cords around it and everything. And got a bale of hay right there, about 100 yards. Got a bale of hay. Now you can imagine that field's going to be completely full of bales of hay. We'll take a picture as we go out the front gate. We've got dinner down here with my buddy Ken Grawl and his wife this evening, and have a little business meeting. We've been over at Bass Pro Shop. Bass Pro Shop, I believe, is going to be handling all of our 2020 Blaze rod and reels and rod combos. It's an incredible rod, pretty nice reel. The whole outfit's going to sell for under $100. So that's a casting rod and reel, 6'9" and 7'3" casting rods with a casting reel on them for under $100. You know, it's an amazing buy. But we'll take a picture of some of the out there laying out by the front gate. But our fields are going to be nice and pretty. We'll be able to drive along on them, you know, and to see deer out there on them. The deer are going to love it. And so it's really a really great situation to be able to do this. And that took so much of the work out of haying. It makes haying a machinery job. Still takes time and effort. A machinery job. And of course, Bud was out there raking that hay. You needed 2 or 3 tractors to do it. Really, 3 tractors really good. One to cut, and one to rake, and one to bale like he's doing. And he was doing the raking because that's a fast job. Doing the raking in a wide open trailer, an old trailer, an old tractor. That old tractor probably 40 years old at least, and doing that out in the open in the heat. But now he's in an air-conditioned cab John Deere down there, and working, you know, pretty easily. And he'll have this baled in a little bit. You can see we talked about rain. You look back and you see the skies are getting black back there. I told Bud, I said, do not scare that rain away by getting this hay all baled. But we got to get it baled, get it out of the woods, and get it out of those fields. And it'll be okay for it to rain on it once it's in a bale. That'll be fine. But it'd be good if we could get it up. But, you know, if the rain's going to rain on them anyway, get it up and get it stacked up. We'll come back again with a tractor with forks on the front of it pick those up, put them in a trailer, stack them up, go put them in one spot, and we'll have them sitting there in one spot, and we'll end up selling all those. And we cut on the share. Bud will get a share of that, and we get a share of it. And we cut on the share, and he'll take his and either use it for his cattle, or he'll sell it, and we'll sell ours and buy alfalfa for our deer. Hey, I'm gonna go have dinner with Ken Grawl and his wife, eating at Smokin' Joe's Barbecue. If you're ever around Ardmore or Davis, Oklahoma, Smokin' Joe's Barbecue, that is the end place. Hey guys and gals, I hope you enjoyed that. We're out here working hard, doing videos all the time, and we really, really appreciate you watching, more than you can ever know. Be sure to hit that sub button and subscribe to our channel, because we need every one of you. Hey, have a lot of fun. Let's go fishing.